Well, what we had was a situation where we had some one-off offices that we kind of went and turned around with the intent of, at some point, unloading. For whatever reason, it just wasn't a 100% perfect fit with our model, or they weren't keeping up with the same basic model 100% that what we wanted to do, or just weren't performing up to where the other ones were. And we go for triples, home runs, not necessarily singles. So these particular locations that we've ended up selling, it was just time to unload those. So obviously that's when we engaged TUSK. I've known Kevin obviously from the affordable days and really appreciated his data mindset, his knowledge of the dental industry. So I was just comfortable with Kevin, and even more comfortable once we started working with TUSK to engage TUSK to help us with those transactions. I just couldn't believe the amount of effort and work that went into building the back end database, basically, to even bring these transactions to market. There's so much work that you guys did behind the scenes that we could just never do on our own. We just don't have that skill set. It's not just about running numbers. It's about building a database behind the scenes, putting information in there from payroll, P&Ls, obviously, expenses, add backs, etc. It's just all stuff that we don't do on a daily basis. And I just couldn't believe the amount of work and effort that takes to ultimately present a final product to whoever the buyer is going to be. Yes, I think through the process we communicated, talking to you, looking at what the product we had that we were going to bring to market. We had an expectation of a number, and obviously you want to get as much as you possibly can. But what TUSK did was, I think, added value to even what our expectations were, but also was able to back it up. And we were able to clearly understand why the value was the value, which is, again, people don't really understand that until they can go through this type of process. And again, to get the information out, we know it's a solid, sound decision because of all the hard work that went into there. It wasn't just shooting at a dart at a dartboard. It was truly based on real information. Yes, again, I don't care how many years of dental experience you have, you do a very different role in bringing these deals to market. If people haven't seen how much work goes in there, what your final product is from the first initial offer sheet to building the whole book out, and they asked you for an example of one, I'm sure they would instantly see that it's not something that they should be doing on their own. It's just like trying to sell your own house. To me, why not get the professional to do your own accounting? Get the professional. It's the same thing with TUSK. You guys bring a value-added service, and you're experts in this part of the business. Just like as a non-dentist, I don't perform dentistry because I don't have the skill set to do that. And the dentists a lot of times bring people like me on board to help operate these offices because they don't have that skill set. That's what TUSK brings. So I don't care how many years in dental you have. This is a very different, unique skill set. And when you're talking about the big deals that are out there, way bigger than our company and the solo practices we've sold at this point, it's not something that you should try to do on your own, I guess is my recommendation. You need an expert. Yes, 100%. Not only because I know you, but I know the team that you put together, but we also had the experience of working with just a normal 10% broker, I call them, just somebody who just wasn't as knowledgeable, just didn't give as much feedback. I mean, they've been doing this for a lot of years, and it just wasn't, just didn't feel as comfortable. I had to chase them down a lot. I had to make recommendations on what we should be selling the office for, and ultimately just didn't feel like it was professional. It was just a number. It was that dart, but they had just, they throw a bunch of deals on the wall, and whichever one closes, and that one didn't go over well for me. And working with those people, I have that experience as well, let alone knowing and trusting you from our previous days and seeing what you did outside of TUSK. That obviously gave a comfort level to me and my partners.